at you. It's my boys.
Bees offensively, your guys seem to be pretty locked in. What have you seen in their approaches and their at-bats?
Well, I mean, it's the last maybe, I don't know, week or so, the at-bats have been really good. Been grinding out at-bats, just not missing many mistake pitches. Obviously Nate Lowe has kind of led the charge offensively, but everybody's been contributing. Like, it's been a full onslaught from the top to the bottom pretty much. And tonight, with the bottom half of the lineup really, came through big for us tonight. So yeah, everybody's been contributing, and that's kind of how you want it to be. I mean, you want a lineup that flows, and from top to bottom, it can be productive, and that's what we've had, over the last 5 or 6 days, and it's fun to watch.
Mark Mathias just told me that this coaching staff's philosophy and the information presented to him has been extremely key in the hot start that he has gotten off to. What have you seen from him and that's kind of clicked?
Well, obviously, the information has been good as far as the game plan and everything, but he has a good swing. I mean, he has a really good approach to hitting. It seems seemingly, it's a small sample size for us. We haven't seen him a lot, but for the short time period that he's been here, he seems like he has a good idea of the strike zone. Has a good swing, good path to his swing, and he can hit the ball in all parts of the field. Homer his first game here to left, and 90 homers to right center. So it's just been impressive to watch him have at bats against lefties, righties, or what have you. So I just think he's got a pretty good approach to hitting, and obviously right now he's riding some confidence as well.
Before the game, we talked a little bit about Adolis and Nate both taking a step forward this season. How big have they been just in the middle of the lineup, especially following those two guys at the top?
Yeah, I mean, those guys, they stabilize us. That's the bridge, like 3 and 4 to, get down to Jonah at 5 and then Tavares at 6. And so they've been the middle of the order that's kind of kept things together for us. They've been consistent for the most part of the season, and I like where they are right now, both of them. Nate is obviously on another level, but right now both of those guys are giving you quality at bats. They're both dangerous guys. They can do damage at any time. Like, you never know when Nate's going to hit one deep, or Dolis, you don't know when he's going to strike. So it just adds pressure for opposing pitchers. You got to face those guys back to back, and you make mistakes, and they have the ability to make you pay.
They're both really thriving since the All-Star break, specifically. I know we talked a little bit about Nathaniel's mechanical changes, but Adolis, have you seen anything in particular that he's changed, or is it just, like you said, an upswing for him?
Yeah, I really haven't seen anything mechanically that he's changed. I haven't heard anyone talk about that. Hitting coaches haven't said that they've made any mechanical adjustment, but I just think he's in a good place mentally. A lot of times you just got to be in a good headspace, and hitting is a difficult thing. But when you feel good about your swing, you feel good about your chances on any given night, that makes a difference. And I think Dolis believes in himself. He has a good feel for how his body works and how his swing works. He chases at times, but he's always ready to do damage in the zone. And so when he gets pitches he can handle, he has a tendency to come through.
So you flipped the script a little bit at the end of the game. What was the thought process there?
What do you mean I flipped the script?
Well, I mean, you went Jonathan in the 8th.
Well, it was based on the lineup, and we felt like the 8th lineup was kind of towards the middle of the order, and we felt like it was a better matchup for Johnny. And then it was based on the availability of what we had tonight as far as innings. Johnny was for 1. Leclerc was available for 2 if need be. So it wouldn't make sense in our conversation during the game to bring Leclerc first, and then if we had a bailout with Johnny, then we couldn't bail him out in the 8th. But Leclerc could have bailed Johnny out in the 8th and finished the 9th. So it was just, Leclerc had 2 innings of work tonight if need be, and Johnny only had 1. So it kind of worked out for us in both ways.
You had Brett up in the 8th too. Was there any thought of going to him since you had the switch hitter in 2
No, not in the 8th. It wasn't. I mean, not at the end. It wasn't, but it was Matt Moore was up.
Oh, it was Matt Moore.
Just
okay.
in case, yeah, Matt Moore was up just in case we needed him to come in and finish.
Okay,
Thanks, Bees.